Hey guys, welcome back. I know a couple months ago I promised to give you a tour of the fifth wheel that we moved into while we're finishing our property. Keep in mind we're coming from an almost 4,000 square foot home into this until we finish our cabin slash house that we're building. If you've watched our other videos, you know what we're up to, but meanwhile, this is my little herb garden. No, we got out here too late this year in July to plant anything, but I did what I did with what I had. So I have some herbs going on. He made me a makeshift clothesline here for temporary purposes, and it has an outdoor kitchen which had a TV, but I needed to put my dehydrator here, so he put the TV away. It has a fridge, a grill, a sink, storage, upper cabinets. It's a great little area to have outdoors. And we'll walk back around here. Obviously lots going on here. We've been clearing some more land. We temporarily located a shed there. The house is still being built. But I'm going to go ahead and take you guys inside. Okay, so coming inside, here's the door. I'm going to try to get everything as good as I can in the shots here, but I'm going to spin you around. As soon as you come in the door and you turn here, well, first we have two very curious dogs. We have Miss Ruby, and in there in the kids' bunk room we have Miss Ava. But I'm going to give you kind of a little view of the kitchen and living room area, and then I'll give you some close-ups. I'm going to turn the big lights on, which, by the way, you can dim these lights. Any lights in the fifth wheeler you can dim, but over here we have the area, and you'll see the messy construction going on in the temporary shed over there out the window. But we have this eating area here, which serves us well. It seats all four of us very easily, and underneath is where I keep extra food. It came with these pull-out bins and extra water and drinks over here, but let me turn this light on so you can see a little bit better. All the lights again are dimmable. I love the light fixtures. We've been in here 3 months now, and honestly, I do not miss that 3,800 square foot house at all. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm excited to get into our new cabin, but I'm really enjoying living in here, and this will serve us well for years to come on our travels. So this was a great decision to buy and just go ahead and move into it until our cabin is finished, the construction on it. But if you've been following my channel at all, you'll know what we're up to. But this, instead of coming with a sofa, it did come with these really nice recliners. They do fully recline, which you wouldn't think so because they're butted up against the windows like that. But they actually fold out flat, and you could actually sleep in it like a twin bed, each one of them. Over here, we have this full set of cabinets. It's like a, I guess a bar area. I'm not sure what you'd really call it, but I have put, I'll try to keep this as steady as I can. I have put like my DIY ingredients, where if you've seen my other videos, you know I make a lot of our bath and body things, and my cleaners and things like that. I know it looks messy, but I know where everything is. That's where I keep all of my essential oils and things like that. I'm going to try to not trip over Ruby here. Here we have my books and the games my husband and I play together. But of course these are not all my books. Most of them are in storage, but these are the ones I use the most of, and it does go quite a bit back in there. There's a few more books back in there. And then in the bottom part, we have the junk drawer, and we have our office and, you know, like our pencils, pens, things like that. I try to keep that pretty organized, things for school. And speaking of school, in this cabinet down here, it's a double cabinet, is where I keep all of our homeschooling and arts and crafts things. So I have, you know, our workbooks, paper, beads, things like that. And I try to keep, again, I try to keep it all as organized as I can. There are 4 of us in here plus 2 dogs, and we have had absolutely no problem dealing in here at all. As a matter of fact, we really enjoy it. I'm trying to get as far back as I can on this. The TV pulls out, and behind it we literally have 100 movies back there, and we still have space. It's just a huge shelving area behind the TV. And then up there on the right, you'll see that actually controls all of the speakers, the DVD, like the Roku, Netflix, all of that, stereo, all of that's controlled there. And on the left is storage. And then here we have a speaker, and the whole the whole fifth wheeler is actually loaded with speakers, but we have a nice speaker there, and then we have an electric fireplace, and it's all controlled on a remote control. Over here is, let's see, let's do this first. This bar area is where the sink is. All of it underneath here is storage as well. Of course, we have Ruby's bowls. There's an outlet here. Lots of cabinet space down here. Trying to get everything as well as I can. I mean, I even have all of my cast iron down there. Goodness, you name it, it's down there. All my cookware. Down here is just where I keep like paper towels and napkins. The sink is really nice. It's a great place to hide your dirty dishes because it has this drying rack over it, which you can switch between back and forth. And it also doubles as a workspace if you need it. And then plenty of countertop here. This pops out as an outlet, and oops, sorry, I didn't have you in the shot there, and USB. So that's pretty nice to have there. Sorry for the noise. This is where you can hang coats, keys, whatever, and that actually lifts up and is storage under there. Up here I have, gosh, anything on the right from dog leashes and treats to my bowls, cups, mugs, tea, plates, bowl, mixing bowls, regular bowls. It stores it all. And like under here is where I keep all of my cleaning supplies, vinegar, baking soda, my homemade stuff. We have our coffee in the first drawer, kitchen gadgets. I even have some canned things down here. And then the refrigerator, let me back up and let you look at that. Oh, we even installed a little paper towel holder here, which works really well. The fridge is pretty close to a full-size fridge. I mean, it's not as deep, and it even has a drawer under it where I keep like my Ziploc bags, aluminum foil, things like that. But I'll open it up. Now keep in mind, we're being real here. It's not that tidy in here, but I keep a great deal of food in here. It has a lot of space. It's not like your typical little RV fridge. It's got some room to it. I've even got room for some of my seeds and things like that. I mean, it's decent. It's a decent size, and it's got a full freezer on the top. And then over here is, it's a small microwave, but it's a microwave. We mostly use it for food storage anyway. And like up here, the cabinet space in here is amazing. I have like all of my oils up here. We have a nice gas stove here with a knife holder in it, real tall backsplash, plenty of room for my blender, some cooking space, like preparation space. There's a drawer under here which I keep baking dishes in. It's got a decent sized gas oven. Your drawer for like your utensils, measuring cups. Down on the bottom I have like my dish rags and dish towels. But the really cool thing about this kitchen is this pantry. It's amazing. It's actually really deep in there. And at the bottom I have the trash can and my Swiffer and stool and all of that. But I've got room for snacks. I'd make pretty much everything from scratch, so I have all of my herbs that I use on a daily basis, and then where I buy them from bulk, up here is where I keep bulk herbs and spices and things like that. But back to the pantry, all of my baking ingredients are back in here. Meal ingredients, I've got lots of beans, bread, all kinds of stuff in this pantry. It's amazing how much it holds. So I think, I wanted to show you the top of this little bar over here. it has a space to plug in like USB or regular back there, but it even fits my full-size KitchenAid mixer. And all I do is I just reach around, you know, I don't have to pull it out or anything like that. I just use it sideways and it works fine. We have a water pitcher here, a coffee maker. The only thing was it would not fit our Berkey. Our Berkey is in storage, but I did get a decent water pitcher, which will be okay temporarily. But that was the kitchen and living area, and now I'm going to take you into the kids' bunk room, which is not the neatest room, but it sleeps 6. Believe me, it will. But it has a full cabinet here for games and books, their TV. Under here is, you know, just some little gadgets that they have. Now this bunk, let me see if I can back up enough. This bunk here, it's a twin size bunk, and I have to get so close to it because of the angle in here. But I just put their toys organized in bins up here. But down here, I hope you can see this. This is a couch, but it lets out into a full-size bed. And the other cool thing is if you don't have to use this bunk actually lifts up. I'm trying to get a better angle. The bunk will lift up to where you can just use the couch to watch TV. Underneath here are huge drawers. They go all the way back to the wall back there, where I've put Claire's clothes and Denver's clothes nice and folded up. And then on this side of the room, we have Miss Claire's bunk up here, which is a full-size bunk. 2 windows with screens, and I put that guard up there so she doesn't roll out. And down here is Mr. Denver's bunk. So it sleeps, really that bunk can sleep 2. But let's just say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because that's double. But yeah, it'll sleep 6 people, and it's not, you may not know how fairly good size the room is because of the camera angles, but under here again, Hippa's over there eating. Over here again, we have 2 more full-size drawers where I keep their pajamas and underwear and all that. Then here we have a full-size closet. It goes all the way to the ceiling where they can keep some more things. So that's the kids' bunk room. I'm gonna put their little dart thing on the back of the door. So we'll go back through here and give you another look of this. Plenty of windows. I mean, there's so many windows, lots of natural light in here. And we're gonna go up here to the master area. Again, this is just, you know, real. I didn't do anything special to make the video. But we have a window back here that looks out onto the property. And I kind of wish I didn't have the awning out so you could see the view a little bit better, but you saw it in the beginning of the video. So let's go in the bathroom first. I'll just have to pan up and down. You'll probably see me in the mirror here, but I love like the morning lights around the mirror. And this is the sink area here. You're seeing a reflection of the back of the sliding door, but lots of cabinet space, very deep back, or you know, back toward the kitchen there. It goes all the way back in there. It's rather deep, and it has 2 shelves. And then of course you have your, I installed a little towel hook here, but we have a towel rack. We have your, you know, regular camper toilet here. But it does have a full-size shower to it. It's not a small shower. I'm trying to back up so you can see it. It's not a small shower, it's a full size. And here I've hung our dirty clothes bag that's easy to carry down to the cabin because we do have our washer and dryer already hooked up in the cabin, so I just go down there and do the laundry. But I love this bathroom cabinet. Let me back up again. It holds everything. Everyone has a drawer. Husband's is on the top, kids is in the middle, mine's on the bottom for, you know, just our toiletries. And like in here, it's a big cabinet. I mean, I had more than enough room for towels and washcloths, toilet paper, you know, the stuff you have to put down the toilet, homemade cleaning wipes, a multi-purpose tub, lint roll. I mean, everything fits in this camper. We have not needed for one thing, which coming from a house as big as we have is quite something to say. But here is and you'll notice my side of the bed here on the left is a little higher than his because I have a wedge that I have to sleep on. I have to sleep on an incline. But the cabinet space in here is incredible. We have, you know, a window that looks out. Again, I wish I had put the awning in so you could see the view, but we have on each side of the master bed deep cabinets here on the side and overhead. These lights are really neat. They either go to blue or they'll go to white for reading lights. The bed lifts up. I do keep off-season clothes. There's Ruby's blanket there. Off-season clothes and off-season shoes and things like that under the bed. But, you know, here's my side here. I have the books that I'm currently reading, you know, a speaker. I have things like my Bible study materials are above my head there, my purse. I mean, it just fits everything that I could possibly need it to fit. Over here is a little dresser, and I have like the kids monitor, my cosmetics bag, fan, essential oil diffuser, and believe it or not, I got all of my clothes and like pajamas and things like that all in these two drawers. They're huge drawers. I just rolled up my clothes into outfits, and then in the bottom are like my pajamas. Even my jewelry's in there. All of my clothes fit in those two drawers. And then over here is Nick's closet. I wanted him to have the stand-up closet because he has to have, Ruby's creaking the floor over here, he has to have you know, work shirts, so I wanted his work shirts to be hung up, and then underneath there are like his underwear and things like that. So, and then if you come back this way, we have a TV, and we have our own personal AC for the master back here on its own thermostat, which I thought was pretty neat. As far as I think everything came standard if I'm not mistaken, but there are just some neat little things about the place, like this little keypad here. It controls everything, or you can control a lot of things through it from your cell phone. Then of course it has your panel up here for everything you could need to see if your black tank's full, your gray tank. It works your awnings. But again, you can actually work those from your phone as well, which is pretty neat. I think I showed you pretty much everything. We just really love it here. It's definitely serving us well, and I feel like this was a wonderful decision to come on out to the homestead and just, even though our house is not finished yet, and just stay out here in this because we wanted to buy one anyway, and we'll use it in the future. And that way we could all be out here together instead of my husband traveling and coming back and forth, and because it was pretty much an hour away from our old house. So we're really happy. And a couple months ago in my last video, I had promised to give you a tour of the fifth wheel. So there it was. If you liked it, give me a like, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Thanks. Have a wonderful day.